On the edge of the Simpson Desert lies a vast red sand dune. We've had our eyes on this place for a long time, so we made a plan. We packed up our combi with one idea in mind: to drive as far west as we could to wild camp in the desert. 70% of Australia is arid land, but most of the country's population live within 50 kilometers of the coast. So you can probably imagine how much of this place is empty wasteland. Not many get to experience the true Australian outback. The desert can feel like a scary place. The silence, the creatures, and wide open space, but we were craving the solitude. Stella is full of bugs. We just made a little stop for a bathroom break, but the toilets here are full of bugs, so I'm not going in there. We're about halfway to Birdsville now, so we've been driving for 10 hours over the last few days. It's been better than we expected. We've been doing our best to drive at the best times of day. So at the moment when we drive in the mornings, it's really nice because there's not too much sun coming through the windscreen. We're about 3 hours away from Quilpie now, so I think we're gonna stay there for a couple nights just to break up the drive a little bit. And I think we're finally going to hit some solid red dirt, which I'm really excited about, because even 10 hours into the journey is still really green and quite lush around us, which is really unexpected for the outback.
In the moon, nowhere to go. I don't know how to get to you out of the blue. Shot in the dark. Tell me you won't steal your heart.
I'm tired. Are you?
I got bitten by a bull ant.
You do?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. A lot of bugs out here at the moment, eh?
So we made it to Quilpie. We're staying at a spot at the moment called The Lake.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely a different sort of place to camp up for the night. So we just booked one night and then we're going to explore around the area, because when we stopped in a town we found out there's a few spots that are worth checking out around here.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Yeah, the heat really makes me tired. But
It is really hot out here, like much hotter.
yeah,
in
the
the last few
temperature
days.
jumped up about 10 degrees.
Pretty far into our drive, and I hopped out to get a quick shot of the van in this very vast landscape, and I noticed that one of Stella's eyelids is missing, and about half an hour to 45 minutes ago we heard this noise and we know something flew off the van, or we thought something flew off the van, but we weren't sure, so we were like, no, it was probably just the grate, because there's a lot of cattle grates out here and they're really loud when you cross over them. So now we're driving all the way back to find it, and it's very hot. The sun is getting higher. We thought we did a good job leaving early today when it was nice and cool, but now this is probably going to add another hour to hour and a half onto our drive.
We don't have that much fuel. The Medora is 178 kilometers. This road is like no phone service or anything, so it can actually get pretty serious here.
All right, This is where we heard it fly off.
Oh, I can't believe it. There she is. I guess it was worth coming back for then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's so hard to find online.
She just looks so bare without it. Stella and her eyelid reunited. They have sand dunes here.
Really? Show me.
So good. We just went into town, found some hot showers, so we're feeling much better after the long drive. We went into the visitor center and got some information and found out that there's some red sand dunes here, so we might not have to drive an extra 400 kilometers. So we're gonna go check them out now. There she is.
We just pulled into the spot they told us about. Look at that. That's crazy. It's even more red than we expected it to be. Look, Senna. Wow. We found our sand dunes. The colour is so intense. I can't actually believe that, can you?
It's so nice.
Oh.
True Australia.
Oh, these guys are really sussing us out. I reckon with their big ears they can probably hear what we're saying.
We're at the top. These dunes are pretty incredible. I'm pretty stoked.
It's crazy how beautiful this place actually is. Like, all of that stress and worrying, and it's so worth it once we got here, eh?
Yeah, no, it really is.
It almost feels like with the sun going down, the light hitting it, it's just kind of magic.
Are you pumped, Emma? Oh yeah. You look really pumped.
We're actually holding her at the moment because there's a lot of birds of prey above us, so better safe than sorry.
Bit scary.
Yeah.
This is how I always imagined Australia would look. We just went in town to restock on food and water and all that, and we just assumed that there would be a grocery store out here, but we went into the shop. It was sort of like a fuel station attached to a little shop, and there's like no food. So we're just gonna use whatever we have left in the cupboard and maybe go to the pub for the next few days. But unfortunately the pantry in our van, it's usually stocked full, but at the moment it's quite empty because we're in the middle of our van build. We also just ran out of gas, so we have a little gas canister and then we'll be out for good. We had quite a bit when we left, but I guess we've just been making a lot of coffees. We were just chatting with a guy down here at the bottom of the sandhill, and he flew all the way from the States just to film all the reptiles around here. We've already seen a lot of little tracks, and he was telling us that they like to come out around sunset and sunrise and to keep a lookout on the sides of the roads when it's dark. This place does feel like where all the deadly animals and insects and reptiles in Australia would live. Coming out on this trip has been really interesting. It's not even so much about the destination, but it really is about the journey. We were both feeling really nervous and afraid to come out here in the combi especially. Some of the days reached 40 degrees. We passed through a lightning storm. There are plenty of road trains on the roads, and there was just a lot of really scary moments. Arriving here does remind me that it is important to push through my fears sometimes. The light is getting really nice. The sun's probably gonna set in an hour or two, so I think we're gonna set up camp and see what food we can scavenge up out of the cupboards. Got our spot and it's time for dinner. Being on the road makes me so hungry. Thank goodness for this guy.
Yeah, that saved us this time.
We usually don't get these, but last minute I decided to stock up on these packs just in case. I'm so glad I did. So they're pumpkin, coconut, and lentil dal. Uh-oh, the mozzies are out. Better eat quick. Oh. The mozzies out here like attack you.
I do.
My home is not a highway.
The sand under my feet is just freezing. The sun is just about to peak above the horizon, but the colors right now are just so pretty.
I roam through wide open space with no maps or foot tracks, no turn backs. I'm in deep.
Hello. We got an FPV drone. So George is flying it for the second time. Does it look cool?
I think so.
What is it, Senna? What is that thing? Life in the desert is full of extremes. It can be unforgiving, but at the same time, so beautiful and healing. In the future, I hope to take every opportunity I can to experience more of the wild and stay outside of my comfort zone.